Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1982 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Baltimore Orioles at Memorial Stadium. On the mound for Detroit is Bruce Robbins, whose record is 2-3 with a 5.67 ERA. And pitching for the Orioles is Dennis Martinez, whose record is 5-3 with a 2.72 ERA. Okay, we had a nice victory yesterday. We were behind early, and then a home run by Mickey Hatcher brought us within one run. And then Andre Dawson came through in the clutch with a two-run shot, and we won the game late. I guess it was the eighth inning when we finally took the lead. Dave Rucker held on to the lead for his seventh save. And all in all, a pretty decent game. I never felt like we were really in it until the end. But a good performance by Dave Rozema with Tom Hume getting the win in middle relief. So we're going to go ahead and get today's game started. The good news in yesterday's game was it looks like Andre Dawson is starting to come on a little bit. The bad news is we lost Glenn Wilson until spring training of next year. So we lost, maybe our best fourth outfielder. We have a couple other outfielders we could always go to. But Glenn Wilson in his rookie year in real life in 1982 batted over excuse me, my allergies are acting up. Batted over 300 in real life, and he was batting 365 for us before he was lost for the season. So Bruce Robbins, we're giving him another shot. We don't really have any other options. So Robbins will get another start today. It looks like the Orioles do not hit him well. They're only batting 192 against Robbins. All of our bullpen is available today. And our lineup versus the great Dennis Martinez, El Presidente. Our defense is a little bit different in the outfield, as you might imagine. We have Dawson in center now. We have Kevin Bass in right. And Reggie's back in the lineup at DH today with Sweet Lou leading off. We'll go ahead and do the official lineup rundown right now. Batting leadoff, playing second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting second at first base is Greg Brock. Batting third at third base is Mickey Hatcher. Batting cleanup and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting fifth and DHing today is Reggie Jackson. Batting sixth in center field is Andre Dawson. Batting seventh in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting eighth in right field is Kevin Bass. And batting ninth at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Dennis Martinez on the mound. He's 5-3 with a 2.72 ERA. He's been pretty much lights out for the Orioles since we started this sim. 19 wins our first year, 13 the second year. An ERA cumulatively under 3. Opponents are batting 255 against him. He's only given up 25 earned runs, so pretty solid pitcher. Hey, he's got 2 shutouts already, 2 complete games, so a pretty solid guy to have. He is available for trade, although he's going to arbitration. Definitely a pitcher that I wouldn't mind adding to our rotation. He did face Detroit back in April with a no decision, going 6 2/3 innings, giving up 8 hits. So we shall see if we can put some runs up against him. There's the defensive alignment for the Orioles today with a lefty on the mound. They have a couple different players in there with Hubbard at second and Ron LeFlore in center field. Okay, Sweet Lou leading off against Dennis Martinez. And Whitaker, batting only 232 versus right-handers, pops it up to short. One down. Here is Greg Brock. Striking out looking. So 2 quick outs for Martinez. It's going to bring up Mickey Hatcher. Had his team-leading 9th home run in yesterday's game. Flies out to center field. And that's going to do it for the Tigers half. We go to the bottom half of the first. Here is the lineup rundown for the Baltimore Orioles. Batting leadoff and DHing is Alan Bannister. Batting second in right field is Ken Singleton. Batting third at shortstop is Robin Yount. Batting cleanup at first base is Eddie Murray. Batting fifth in left field is Greg Luzinski. Batting sixth at third base is John Castino. Batting seventh at second base is Glenn Hubbard. Batting eighth in center field is Ron LeFlore. And batting ninth and catching today is Ray Smith. Bruce Robbins. He always has a second chance with us. We're taking a look at his log. He hasn't won since April 23rd. That is 6 starts. Took a loss in his last start, giving up 5 runs in 5 2/3 innings. Opponents are batting .292 against him. I mean, he doesn't really walk a ton of people, but I know he's not really great at getting ground balls either. It says 48% ground ball ratio, but it doesn't seem like he gets a lot of double plays. His fastball is his best pitch. He's got a change and a sinker. And for now, he is our number 3 starting pitcher because we don't have any other options, to be honest. So, okay, there's the Tigers' defensive alignment. Taking a look there at Bass in right and Dawson in center field, with Henderson out today because he was listed as tired. So that's why there's no Ricky. Here's Alan Bannister leading off against Bruce Robbins, base hit into left field. So Bannister on first. He's got some speed. Although, he's got 3 stolen bases so far this season. Ken Singleton and a wild pitch from Robbins moves Bannister to second. And then a grounder to short. Bannister will hold. The only play is to first. So 1 down now with Bannister on second. Robin Yount gets the base hit into left, and it's 1-0 Baltimore. So the RBI single by Yount brings Murray to the plate. He grounds it to short. That should have been an easy double play. Unfortunately, Yount was running, so he is safe at second, and then Luzinski strikes out for the third out. So the Tigers give up a run. It's 1-0 Baltimore going to the top of the second. Here's Lance Parrish batting .316 overall. And I think he'll probably sit the next game. He is due for a day off. We'll be heading to Milwaukee next as he strikes out. Reggie hits a grounder to short. Reggie's in a free fall now. 2 down for Dawson, and Dawson strikes out after being a player of the game in consecutive games. He is now an everyday player, as you know we expected him to be, but he's only batting .200, and I don't know, maybe we're stuck with him as well. Leading off the bottom of the second is John Castino, grounding out to first, 1 down. And then Glenn Hubbard hits a ground ball that gets past Brock at first, and he hustles into second for a double. So a good hustle by Hubbard. That is his 6th overall double this season, first as an Oriole, coming over from Atlanta last month. And then Ron LeFlore goes to right. Hubbard scores, and it's 2-0 Baltimore. Then he walks, Robbins walks Ray Smith. First and second now with 1 down. Bannister swinging it. A pitch that's in his eyes and almost hit him in the eye. So first and second now. 2 down for Ken Singleton, who strikes out looking. That's 3 Ks for Robbins. We go to the top of the third. Score is now 2-0. Gibson strikes out. One down. It's 4 Ks for Martinez. Bass shoots it into center. All the way to the warning track. Tigers do not have a hit yet. As Trammell gets a hold of that, hits it to the opposite field for a home run. His 6th home run on the season. It's 2-1 Detroit. Back to the top of the lineup with Lou. Lou sends it into right center field. So Tigers had some well-struck balls in that inning. We go to the bottom of the third, 2-1 on the home run by Tramm. Robin Yount will lead off this inning. That's 3 consecutive strikeouts for Robbins. Eddie Murray up next. A grounder to Trammell. Tramm throws him out at first. 2 down. Here's the Bull. The Bull shoots it to right field, and Bass makes the play. We go to the top of the 4th. We got Brock, Hatcher, and Parrish due up. Brock 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Skies it to center field. 1 down. Mickey Hatcher up next, striking out, swinging 5 Ks to Martinez. Big Will up next, and he strikes out. It's 10 total strikeouts between the 2 pitchers, and we're not even through 4 yet. We go to the bottom of the 4th with John Castino leading off. Castino hits a lazy fly ball to left, and Gibby makes the play, 1 down. Glenn Hubbard up next, popping up into foul ground on the first base side. That's the 2nd out. I'll leave it up to Ron LeFlore to get something going. Oh boy. Robbins walks him, 2nd walk on the day, and LeFlore, a perennial base stealer. He only has 8 this season because he's playing part-time. But you can see here, he had 21 last year, and then 66 in our first year of the sim when he was with Montreal. So runner on first, Parrish knows he's going to be going. And he throws him out. There we go. Good job by Lance. Keep the Orioles off the board for the 2nd straight inning. We go to the top of the 5th. 2-1 Baltimore. Reggie leading off the inning. He shoots it to the left. Again, a warning track power. 1 down. Dawson flipping it to right. Now he's under 200 for this season. And Gibby, a grounder to short. So the only hit so far for the Tigers is Trammell's home run. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We have Ray Smith leading off. Smith hits a ground ball to Brock at first, 1 down. Back to Alan Bannister. Oh, there's a double down the right field line. All the way to the wall. Bannister was probably thinking of 3, but Bass got it back in quickly. So 1 out, runner on 2nd. And Singleton follows it up with a double of his own. Back-to-back doubles, and it is 3-1 Baltimore. Now, Yount, I would just take Robbins out now. We know he's not going to last. But Robin Yount doesn't hit righties well, so we're going to give Robbins a chance. Doesn't hit lefties well is what I meant to say. And he does strike out. There's 5 Ks. And Murray hits, he's a switch hitter. He hits anybody good, so we're going to let him try to get through this inning. Oh, that was a mistake. A base hit to right. Singleton scores, and that's it for Robbins. Another shitty game. Actually, I think he brought his ERA down, didn't he? No, it went up just a little bit. All right, so now this lineup's all righties, so we're just going to bring in Dave Patterson and see if we can't get a couple innings out of each of our right-handers. Patterson bringing his ERA down to 4.71. He had 1 bad game where he just gave up a bunch of extra base hits. Luzinski gets a base hit down the right field line. Murray holds it third. That's 8 hits for the Orioles. John Castino up next. A grounder to Whitaker. That should get him out of it. Yep, there we go. Orioles get 2 runs. Those both are tacked on to Robbins' totals. It's 4-1 Baltimore. You go to the top of the 6th. Here's the in-game stats. Trammell, by de facto, is the player of the game so far. Bass with a ground ball. Almost a base hit up the middle. Snagged by Yount. 1 down with Trammell up next. He strikes out. We are absolutely pathetic. I mean, Martinez is a great pitcher, no doubt about it. But to have 1 hit with this lineup is unbelievable. All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th. Glenn Hubbard to lead off against Patterson. And an error by Brock. I don't think Brock has that many errors this year. Well, he's got a .990 percentage. That's not great for a first baseman. That's his 5th error. But his defensive WAR is actually above average, so I guess we have to give him 1. LeFlore up next. Line drive to center field. Tracked down by Dawson. 1 out for Ray Smith. A ground ball to second. And there's a double play. So good job by Patterson. We go to the top of the 7th. Dennis Martinez is only at 62 pitches. Greg Brock leads off after committing the error. He gets a base hit to left. Only the 2nd hit for Detroit. So this is hit and run time with Mickey Hatcher. There we go. Shoots it into the gap. Right center field. Brock scores from first, and it's 4-2 Detroit. Nicely done. So that is Hatcher's. How many does he have now? I think he leads the team, no? Oh, it's only 6. I believe Parrish actually leads the team with 9. Okay, so we're going to have Parrish try to shoot it to the right side. A base hit would score a run. There we go. The ground ball to first will move Hatcher to third with less than 2 outs. All Reggie's got to do is make contact to the outfield, and Hatcher will score. No! Come on, Reggie! Look at how bad Reggie sucks. We need a pause to look at this. Look at his fucking log. He hasn't had a hit. And not including today. He's 0 for 3 today. So what is that? 6, 10, 14. So he's 0 for his last 17. And his batting average has dropped from 280 to, what is it now? 252. All right. Hatcher on third. Here's Dawson. And Dawson, clutch every time. The guy can't get a hit when there's no one on base, but otherwise he comes through with the base hit, and it's 4-3 Detroit. Okay, we are going to try to steal second with Dawson. He's got some speed. We need to try to keep the pressure on. This is a risky move. And he's thrown out by Smith. Shoot. Well, we had to keep the pressure on. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 4-3. Patterson pitched 1 1/3 innings. We're going to take him out. We're going to bring in yesterday's big winner, Tom Hume. He's going to face Bannister, Singleton, and Yount. Bannister's 1 for 2 against him. Oh, God, he rips it down the left field line to the wall. And is that Bannister's 3rd double today? He's got 20 doubles on the season. I think that is his 3rd today. So runner on second for Ken Singleton. Singleton shoots it into right center field. Is it going to fall in for a hit? It does. Bannister scores easily. And the Orioles get back 1 run. It's 5-3 now. Yount gets an infield single. And then Murray puts the game out of reach. 3-run shot from Eddie Murray. That is his 12th of the season. So, yeah, we don't have clutch players like that, unfortunately. Tom Hume hasn't gotten one out. He's walked that guy, that's it. I guess we'll just bring in Weaver. So Hume was due to have a bad game, and that is as bad as it gets right there. So Weaver comes in. Fly out to center field by Castino. There's one down. Hubbard popping it up to third. And Ron LeFlore popping it up to third in foul ground. Right on the chalk. All right, we go to the top of the 8th. Down 8-3 now. We had our chance, but again, remember, you get thrown on the base pass, and then you get screwed the next inning. So that was my fault. I mean, Dawson tried to steal second. He was thrown out. Orioles score 4. So, I mean, you take your chances, I guess, as Gibby grounds out. Bass strikes out. 9 Ks for Martinez. Trammell gets another hit. That'll probably solidify him as player of the game. It's been forever since Trammell's been a player of the game. Probably since the first couple weeks of the season, really. Whitaker flies out to the warning track. We're go to the bottom of the 8th. We're going to have Weaver finish this off if he can. Ray Smith will lead off. Flying out to right. One down. Bannister. Is that a base hit by Bannister? This guy is 4 for 5 on the day with, I believe, 3 doubles. Ground ball to second. Let's turn 2 and get it over with. There we go. All right. We go to the top of the 9th. They're going to take out Martinez. Not sure why. I think he had like 80 pitches, right? And I think it was at 82 pitches. Certainly well within range of getting a complete game here. They're going to bring in Tim Stoddard instead, who I was misaligned by saying that he had a drug problem. It wasn't him, it was Sammy Stewart. Sammy Stewart spent 15 months in jail for coke. Stoddard walks Brock. Catcher strikes out. Parrish grounds into a double play to end the game. All right. Well, we got one of the 3 in Baltimore. I guess it could have been a lot worse. Looks like there's a trade offer coming as it's thinking about it here. The Giants, who are out of it, are offering Guy Soulars, a middle infielder, for Gil Rondon, who we don't ever need, a relief pitcher, and Mark DeJean, other than being a great mustard, he really is not much of a player for us. Let's take a look. Let's talk. Let's gab. Let's take a look at Guy Soulars. I remember him. Yeah, I remember that card. So he is a third baseman. Oh, wow. Look at that. He could play anywhere in the infield. And really, he could play left field in a pinch. But so I like I like that about him. He could take over for Wagner, who he was a free agent at the end of the year. He's untradeable. I tried to offer a trade for Wagner and was unable to find a pairing. So, this is not a bad offer. Now we're going to be taking on money, which we can't afford to do. But I do like the trade. He's younger than Rondon, and he is younger than Mark DeJean. I think this is a no-brainer, to be honest. We're going to accept your offer. Nicely done. He loves his job. All right. So we'll take that minor league deal. That's a couple days in a row. We've done some minor league deals now. Okay, let's. We have a day off. Let's advance one day, so we'll have some extra transactions in there, right? So we're advancing to the third. There's another trade offer. Oh, interesting. So, yeah, we can't take that money on. They're offering us, the Rangers are, Charlie Huff, who's really just a middle reliever in this game. Mike Hart, second baseman. He's got some speed. And George Wright, who in real life was a pretty decent hitter. And he is an outfielder. What position does he play? Center field, and he can play anywhere in the outfield. I do like George Wright. We don't need Bryn Smith. I would take a deal of Bryn Smith for Mike Hart and George Wright. Let's talk. I don't want Charlie Huff. We're not going to take, so we're going to remove him from the list. Let's see if they have somebody else that we can, like Tom Hankey. Is Tom Hankey available? They won't trade him. Okay. We need a starter, but we can't afford Moose. I don't like Brian Allard. He's a left-hander. Al Lakowitz, I don't know. They're not willing to trade Lakowitz anyway. Don Kaner isn't worth trading for. Now, what about, Jim Kern, we can't afford him. Sid Monge. Honestly, I'll just take this deal as it is. I just don't want the extra payroll. In fact, I'd like to get rid of some extra payroll. So this will actually, trading Bryn Smith will help us recoup the money that we just took on. Right? Yeah, because Mike Hart's making $43,000. Holy shnikey. He's 30 years old. He goes to arbitration next year. I really don't want him either, to be honest. Can they just give us cash? Okay, they'll give us $100,000 to offset the trade difference here. I'm going to do this deal. Bryn Smith has been nothing but a pain in the butt for us. So we'll take on another outfielder. And we get some money. We get some cash back, which we need. That's good for us. We'll take it. Okay, so there we go. That's all of the trade offers for today. It isn't very often we get like fair trade offers that actually make sense. So we'll take that. Let's take a look here. So we have a bunch of things to look at here. Ozzie Smith is going to miss a month. He just got traded to the Yankees and was hitting pretty solidly, batting .294 in a short time there, and he's down for a month. Cesar Cedeno, the all-star first baseman for the Astros, is going to miss a month and a half for a dislocated hip. Champ Summers is retiring, former Detroit Tiger. We used him in the 1980 season. Pretty solid, and then we traded him away. And then basically he never played again. So here's the trade. Guy Solars for Gilles Rondon and Mark Dejan Mustard. Billy Sample. Oh, Billy Sample got injured. And then they traded away a center fielder. That doesn't make sense. That's bad timing on their part. They're going to miss Billy Sample for a month. He's batting .314. Looking pretty darn good. And that's going to be it for that. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Hopefully the trade's made up for such a stupid, lame game this was. We're going to go to Milwaukee and play the Brewers. And they're actually a pretty tough team right now. Every team is tough for us the way we've been playing. We had 5 hits. Player of the game is going to be Alan Trammell. That's pretty much easy. Trammell got his 6th home run. Mickey Hatcher had his 6th double. Andre Dawson's caught stealing really changed the whole game. Robbins takes the loss. I don't know what we're going to do with him. It's actually Tom Hume that really cost us a chance of winning that game. Could not get one person out. His ERA balloons to .377. Good job by Weaver. Good job by Patterson. Bannister had 2 doubles that game. So not 3. But he had 4 hits and did not drive in a run, which is weird. Dennis Martinez, only 92 pitches, and they took him out. That's crazy, considering the way this game throws 100. Who was it? They threw 150. Somebody for Boston, Bob Ojeda or something like that. All right, that's going to be it. We're going to come back tomorrow, play the first game of the series against the Milwaukee Brewers. Until then, everyone, have a good day.